right. All right. Yeah. All right. Let's get this thing going, man. I don't care what nobody says, man. Dez is my guy. I love Dez to the core, man. And I don't care what nobody say. I love the man. I respect the man. I respect for where he come from. We guys know that I'm upset and I'm pissed off because I really can't do what I really want to do is focus on Cowboys. And this guy is no longer silver and blue. He's not that anymore. And although he did say on his film or on his tweet that he's a Cowboys fan, now that's where he's at now. He's a fanatic. But I'm really upset at Dez. And I hope you guys are here to understand why I am really upset with him. It's because I always say this. You got to be able to say to yourself, if you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or lied about, don't deal in lies. Or hate it and yet give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. I think Dez Bryant, he don't understand the concept. He don't understand the bigger picture. Bruh, you are a brother who did not have running water in your house when you got to the National Football League or whatever. When you went to college, you did not have running water in your house. And now I'm really trying to tell you guys that he's losing his edge. He's losing his cool. And I don't care what nobody says from this whole thing. I said it before. When you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting or lied about. Don't deal in lies or hate it and yet give way to hating. And yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can think and not make thought your aim. If you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same. If you can bear to hear the truth. You spoke and twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your whole career for, broken and stooped and built back up again with worn out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss to lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe one word of your loss. If you can walk with kings and presidents or legends like the Roger Starbacks of the world, the Troy Aikmans, legends. Michael Irvin's. If you can Jerry Rice, you can walk with legends and yet lose the calming touch. If neither foe or loving friends or fans can harm you. If you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, Dez Bryant, you will then become a man. Somebody needs to sit you down and let you become a man. Sometimes you don't have to answer to everybody. You don't have to respond to everybody. As a man, you can sit back and say to yourself, I'm going to let my agency do all the talking, and I don't care how they sully or denigrate my name. But I'm going to show you guys that I am the number 88. I am Dez Bryant. I am the guy that put my family on my back. But nobody can speak to you with the truth because you thinking that you speaking to the truth out there is going to help your career. And that is not going to help you no way. And know how that's going to help you in any form or fashion. I don't care if you made $100 million in your career. But now you sully and denigrating all of the things that you done built up for a fan, for blogging the boys, or for ESPN, or for Tupac and for Biggie, for anybody that you're trying to respond to. All you have to do is be a man and say to yourself, I'm going to let my action on the field. Now, one thing that I say, when I look at your Twitter page, you got my boy Tupac up there. He says, measure a man not by his words, but by his actions. Now, you follow Tupac, you want to keep it gutter, you want to keep it OG, then you need to realize that there's truth right there. Mark a man by his words. No, but by his action. Yes. Somebody need to speak to Dez. Hell with Rock Nation. Rock Nation done threw you under the bus with this situation. You going out there speaking for people that doesn't give you any ounce of stability. I do know that validation is for parking. But if Sean Lee was a Snake Lee, then let that be in your mind. You don't have to echo that out to the nation. Somebody need to talk to Dez. I don't care what else is going on. But I'm telling you the truth, and I don't care what nobody, I don't care who unsubscribed from me. I'm telling you what is going on. 10 years from now, they would never know about this stuff. But they would never know about all the touchdowns that you catch. But they will refer back to that tweet. And right now, you worse than T.O. right now. You are under the bus with this stuff. Hush your mother-sucking mouth. I'm trying to keep it PG-13. Shout out to my mom. I know she probably watching. But you need to hush your freaking mouth. Stop tweeting. Let Trump do the tweeting. Stop doing this stuff, bruh. This is not how you attack the masses that's coming after you. All you need to do is get out there on that field and show them. Throw up the X. That's why you threw up the X. Everybody doubted you. But you get out here on Twitter and you tweet. Think about it. Tweeting. That's beneath me. I don't even tweet like that. It's crazy. I'm really upset about this. I'm trying to horn in everything because I know for sure people would misconceive this. But I'm looking at you as a brother, Dez Bryant, as a brother, younger brother. And I'm telling you right now, you granted the opportunity to make more money than your whole family can ever dream of. And you just taking it and throwing it out the window. There's no 31 other teams want this inside their locker room. Regardless, in the National Football League, you're going to have, there's 53 people on the roster beyond. It's the staffing agency, the coaching staff, and all this. Do you think with your mind, with your heart and soul and sinew, with everything that you have inside of you, do you really think that somebody want that? Even if it's the truth, not everybody wants to know the truth. Look, this is about football, baby. Now you can go about this after you play football, and I guess this is what you're saying to yourself. I'm gonna stab myself in the chest because I no longer want to play football. I'm gonna go out there and tell it all. Man, that's what broads do. They make these tell-all books. You know what I mean? We all remember the superhead chick. She went out there and tell it all. You don't have to go say Gary guys. All you had to do is just say, hey, I'm Dez mother-sucking Bryant. And when I get out there in the field, when any other team give me an opportunity, a chance, just a smidget of an opportunity, I'm going to go out there and make things happen. But no, you want to go out there and you want to call people out. Sometimes, guys, the truth will get you away from the opportunities at all time. And this right here, Dez Bryant, it proves to the nation why they got rid of you. You don't have to, sometimes you can be right in a situation. Hey, go back and watch White Man Can't Jump. I love the actress, the beautiful actress. When I was young, I used to just sit there. I think her name was Rosa Perez. And she was sitting there saying, sometimes you win, but you lose. And sometimes you lose, but you win. Go back and understand that. Read the undertones of that. You know what I mean? You got to educate yourself, Dez Bryant. Nobody want this in their locker room. Nobody can take all this all at once and say that, okay, this number 88, this X receiver that we want to have on our team is going to take us to the furthest promised land that we can think of. And it doesn't matter who's throwing you the ball. I don't care if it's Joe Montana. I don't care if it's Steve Young, Troy Aikman, Roger Staubach. I don't care who it is. The impressions speaks volumes. And you got to mature, man. You got to mature, and it's too late now. There's nobody out there that's going to really say to themselves, I want this guy on my team. I'm going to stand on the highest ladder. I'm going to stand on the highest chair, and I'm going to reach out and say, I want Dez Bryant on my team. There's nobody that's going to say that, because the people that make the decision don't look like you and I. And you got to understand there's a game that needs to be played within the game. And I do understand that you feel hurt right now. You butt hurt about a whole bunch of stuff. But at the end of the day, you don't have to go out there and tell the world. Find somebody to vent to. But don't take it to Twitter. Stop all that damn tweeting, bruh. All the NFL players out here, stop the damn tweeting. Just think of the name, tweet. That shit sounds crazy anyway. Stop tweeting. You are a grown man. Get out there and earn your money out there on the field. Let those talk, but you get out there and you make things happen out there with your field of play. People, the media want you to do this. Man, I cannot tell you the most truth right now. But right now, Dez Bryant, I'm going to say this, man. Whether or not you are 1,000% right, whether or not you 1,000,000% right, at the end of the day, you look like a female out here, bruh. All you got to do is let your actions speak louder than your words. Everybody saw that. Everybody knew that you had a young rookie quarterback throwing you the ball, a sophomore quarterback throwing you the ball. They wasn't expecting you to have all these gaudy numbers. All you had to do is just sit back into the fold and understand that, okay, I'm released from the team. I'm going to pick out the team that I really want to play for, a seasoned quarterback. People been doing this for years. It's follow the trend. They go out there and they say, okay, I'm going to go out there and get with the seasoned quarterback and I'm going to push up on my numbers, and I'm going to do this thing the right way. They can talk about me. They can throw my name under the bus. They can throw my name under the dirt. But me, Dez Bryant, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to hush, and I'm going to make things happen. My agency is going to do all of the talking. Rock Nation is going to do all the talking, which they supposed to do. Man, let me give a shout out to those that's in the chat box, man. Shout out to them. I'm always get a shout out to the first person that let me know that you part of the notification squad. This is entertainment. Dez is right. This is from Gabrielle M. Second place, but yeah, entertainment. YDOTC City is it was the first person that's in the chat box. Boomer Sumer says Snake Lee. Yeah, cool. You third place. I'm gonna go to my Facebook panel. And shout out to my guy Big Game James and Rick and Darren. Hey, this is the thing. And people fail to realize it's not about who's right and who's wrong. It's who's mature. Sometimes if the person that you get into a car wreck with, that person that runs into your back bumper, the fender bender, you don't get out there and say, okay, you messed up my day and I'm going to go out there and beat the hell out of you. You don't do that. You say, okay, you ran into the back of me. I'm going to do the proper procedures and the plan. Yes, it's right at sometimes if you late and it was an interview and you can get out there and beat the hell out of that person. Yeah, you can say that, hey, that person hit me. They denied me a chance of my opportunity. They denied me a chance of my process of becoming a better person at this job. But you don't snatch them out of the car and beat the hell out of them. You don't do that. You can say, yeah, that person was right. They were speeding. They ran into the back of you. They damaged your car that you spent $250,000 for, and now you want to beat this person up. No. There's process. There's procedures. There are things. If you guys don't hear nothing from me, read 48 Laws of Power. Read that stuff. Trust me. Come back and thank me later and say, hey, I'm making $1,000 to $2,000 more just by reading this book. Trust me, there's a thing out there. I would rather. I'm gonna share a little bit of knowledge to some of y'all that's willing to listen. Like they say, those who have ears hear, right? I'm gonna share this little bit of knowledge just for a selective few that can understand this. I would rather. This is the statement. I would rather have them inside the tent pissing out than outside the tent pissing in. Now, if you can't understand that, then it's miss you because the knowledge is just too high. And I'm spreading you a little knowledge that you don't supposed to know. But I'm telling you right now that Dez Bryant should rather have them inside the tent pissing out than outside the tent pissing in. And this is the thing with Dez Bryant. He gets into his feelings. He gets into his emotions. And he should go by what my guy said on Baby Boy. I don't care about your feelings. You know what I mean? It's one of those things, man, that this right here, guys, trust me, I've been on this earth for long enough to understand that there's a right way and a wrong way to react, but then also There's a smart way and a wise way to react to what's going on and what's happening to you. And right now, you can't tell me that there's 31 other teams that's saying right now, I would take Dez Bryant to this team. There's nobody. There's nobody on this earth right now reading the tweets that Dez Bryant and spat out there to the nation, to everybody, letting them know that how soft, how minute his mind is. I'm telling you, man, I'm really upset about this whole thing. Dez Bryant, really, whoever his agency is, they really need to figure out how can they overcome this stuff. The younger cats out here that don't understand this, they'll say, hey, okay, law, come on now. They just have every right to spit out and speak the truth and spit out what's on his mind. But I'm telling you guys, you do not handle it in this situation, in this fashion. Here's what he says about Sean Lee. Dez Bryant says, here we go with the scapegoat stuff. You know what I'm saying? I charge everything to the game. I went the other way. Y'all know the real problem is don't put it all on me. Don't put that bullshit on me. Basically what he's saying, garbage ass play calling. Everybody lined up in the same spot for 17 weeks. This is what Dez Bryant responded to Sirius Satellite Radio, XM, NFL Radio. Stephen Jones on Dak Prescott improvement. He was talking about pretty much Stephen Jones doing the PC talk that he does, and we understand that. But let's move up a little bit further. Most predictable offense, people is batting for Dez Bryant. But he goes on. I think he probably deleted the tweet at this time. I can't find the tweet. I think he probably went on ahead and deleted the tweet. I'm going to look for the tweet right here. This is live like 95. You guys know how I do this thing. He is not clueless. Jerry Jones. I guess he said Jerry Jones was the one that was clueless. Hey, plan get in the way of Travis Frederick. Okay, yeah, here it is right here. Yeah, he said he's not clueless. This is right at 2 hours ago. Jerry Jones was the only one that was clueless. Now, you talking about a billionaire. Now, you know Jerry Jones can make just a few phone calls from here. And he said this shit was planned to get me out. Ask Travis and my brother Snake Lee. Sean Lee. Come on, man. There's a little undertone, man. I mean, you got a beef, you got a problem with Sean Lee. You speak to Sean Lee yourself, man. Don't go on Twitter, man. Don't get this thing all gutter. You saying you OG, you saying you real deal, you saying you hard. You from where you from, Dez Bryant? You from where you from? What that little city you from? You from that little city? You speak to that man head on, man. You call that man, you say, man, you snake, man. You call that man a snake into his face. Don't get on Twitter, man. That's real G, man. That's real talk. I don't like all these people that get out here on Facebook and on YouTube and on Twitter. You call that man, you say, man, you a snake. And you handle it up from there. Or, man, you a bitch. You know, you call that man to his face. I hope the kids are asleep right now. But, man, that's how you handle business if you want to get it gutter. But, nah, you go on Twitter, you call this man a snake. You know what I mean? So this is just crazy to me. And I'm telling you the real stuff, man. You're a little young pup. You 29 years old. Man, come on, man. You don't do this on live Twitter. You take that stuff away, bruh. Hey, it is what it is at this point. You don't do that type of stuff. And I know people not going to believe what I'm saying, but Sean Lee he been out of trouble his whole entire career. His only fault was he have not been healthy. And you going to spit war with him? Don't you think the media is going to jump on his side? Come on now. You got to think with your head, bruh. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or lied about, don't deal in lies, or hate it and yet give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. This stuff means everything, man. It's codes to life. It's secrets to life, bruh. Oh, man. Come on, man. It's secrets to life. It's secrets in life. It's not about if you white, black, yellow. Somebody in the chat box said, nah, because he's white. It's not about that. There's black billionaires out there. There's black millionaires out there. There's black people out there that's making successful ways. Think about the Jay-Z's of the world. Although you work under Rock Nation, Jay-Z know how to handle his beef out there in the streets. He's not going at these young pups. Come on, man. Dez equals angry diva. Yes. You got to man that stuff up, man. You got to man that stuff up. If you want to have a beef with somebody, you meet them up, swear to face. You don't go to Twitter. You don't go to Facebook. You see, this is the problem with these new millenniums, and I ain't talking about everybody that's in this mix, but what I'm telling you guys, that if you got a problem with somebody, you meet them squarely face to face. You don't go around there tweeting to this person. Tweeting. You don't sub-tweet to nobody. You a man, you handle yours. You know what I mean? That's just what you got to do. Man, it is what it is. That's why you're not on the team. You don't, if you was man enough, you would say this to their face. If you were man enough, you would say to Jerry Jones, look, man, you a snake, you clueless to everything, and I can't stand playing for your team. You say it to Jerry Jones' face. You don't go run. You don't throw the rock and run. And I never, anybody who knows me personally, they know that I don't run for nothing. I'm not in fear of nobody but God. That's the only person that I fear, and I don't care. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how small you are. I don't care what you work for, who your operation is, what cartel you work for. I don't care. I'm going to speak my mind too as well, but I know when to speak, and I know when to hush. That's the thing, Dez Bryant. As a multi-millionaire at the age that you are right now, you have to tone it in. You got to speak with your mind, not with your heart all the time. Shout out to my brother from another mother, Deshaun. What's going on? I'm okay with Dez upset with Stephen Jones. Yeah, man, we can be upset. You can be upset with all this stuff. But at the end of the day, you control everything, Dez Bryant. You control everything. You control everything that's out there. But you go out there on national Twitter, because you know everybody's looking for Cowboys content. Look, the NFL Network, they was watching plays of the training camp, and they focusing on what you tweeting. That speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. He's not willing to take instructions from these. Yeah, he's not willing to take instructions. But look, guys, it is what it is at this point. We need to figure out a way. And trust me, I would say this and I'll run to my grave. Dez Bryant, I love you. I love you, man. I love you, but somebody need to speak some truth to you and sit you down and say to yourself, hey, football is only guaranteed for 3-4 years. You was able to play beyond that. You was able to take, I remember hearing stories that you didn't have running water in your house. You went to OSU or what have you, and then you ultimately got drafted to the Cowboys. Yeah, you threw a Deion Sanders promotion gig out under the bus, and Deion Sanders said some crazy stuff about you, and y'all patched that up. But if anybody you can reach out to Deion Sanders, reach out to Emmitt Smith, reach out to those who walked that street before you, reach out to Michael Irvin, reach out to those who understand the pressure of playing with that silver and blue all over your body or used to play for that team, and know that anything happened from beyond this point, it does not matter who you play for. They're going to always go back to an ex-Dallas Cowboys player. Said this and said that. Got to keep your mind together, man. When you're up against the struggles, meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin, shut your shoulders, plant your feet and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fall, you may conquer, see it through. Black may be the clouds about you, but your future may seem grim. But don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fight and trim. If worse is bound to happen in spite of all that you do, remember, running from it will not save you. See it through, Dez Bryant. That's all I'm saying from here, man. Hey, that's all the time I have for today. I really thank everybody that's in the chat box. Let me know what you guys feel about this Dez Bryant situation. To me personally, he need to grow up. Hey, it's not time to go on back and forth answering to everybody. You don't have to speak and answer to everybody's question. All you have to do is get out there on the field and perform. That is your job. That is your duty. You're not a politician. If you want to go that route, then you do those things. But at the end of the day, how you going to put food on your... Look, you got a little Dez right now. Don't you know right now, 20 years from now or 15 years from now, when little Dez try to go out there to play football, they're going to bring up this same topic. They're going to bring up this same stuff, and they're going to say the same thing. Hey, maybe he cancer in the locker room. Maybe he don't understand the whole tenacity of what it takes to play in the National Football League. You guys know that his father is Dez Bryant. Don't sully the name of Bryant. Don't put your name under the bus. Your name is everything. And they're going to go back to, hey, we know we can get under Dez Bryant's skin. We know for sure we can do that. The half of the people that you fighting about and the half of the people that you worry about their opinions, they don't even play football, bruh. Think about that. Hey, that guy that was on NFL Network, he don't play football. Charlie Castaway, whatever his name is, hey, they got rid of him. That's why he's on NFL Network, because he was a horrible GM. Yes, they put him in the Hall of Fame because he so happened to have Peyton Manning, who's one of the quote-unquote best quarterbacks of all time. That's the only reason why he made it to the Hall of Fame, in my opinion, because they say, okay, he drafted Peyton Manning. Don't listen to this man. He's not you, brother. Don't respond to these guys. All you had to do was hush your mouth. You'd have been playing for some money this year. But you get out there and you get into a Twitter fight. Think about it. It's Twitter. You tweeting. The name itself sounds weak. Tweeting. It's crazy. Leave that stuff to Trump. Leave that stuff to those who's out there who and you got my boy Tupac up there. You need to snatch that Tupac down. You ain't living nothing by what Tupac stands for. Measure a man by his, you know what I mean? Measure a man by his actions, not by his words. Man, take that Tupac stuff down. You too young to even understand, bro. You take that Tupac stuff down, bro. Hey, man, you getting me mad, man. You responded to these guys that don't even have. Look, let me tell you this one thing before I go. Validation is only good for parking. And you right now is trying to get validation from people who never played the sport, who never understand the game, who probably don't even have two nickels to rub together, and you taking what they're saying and you going back and forth, calling out players who played in the National Football League, but not calling them out physically out there on the field. That's all I'm having to say with this, man. That's all the time I have for today. I really thank you guys for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Salute. I'm out. Peace. Let's go and jam on out, man. Cause shoot, man, he done got me mad, man. He done got me mad around this joint, man. Got me mad. Let me just jump in. Yeah, you guys feel what I'm saying, man. You guys should be feeling what I'm saying, man. All I want is best for Dez Bryant, and he ain't doing it the right way with this way, man. Hey, it is what it is. Even if he's 1,000% right about Sean Lee, you don't have to address it through via social media. That's all I'm saying. You can address the man head up, you know what I mean? That's real. That's what real OGs do. They don't go on damn Twitter.